Hi, I'm Terry from Waconda Boats here in Glen Elder, Kansas and Republican City, Nebraska. We're going to do a quick walkthrough here on the new 2017 Lund 1900 Tyee, and I'll kind of show you the different changes they made for 2017 and how all ours are going to be set up in stock with what options. This has definitely been one of our top selling models, and that's really all due to the value you get for your dollars. It's a big water boat at just over 19 feet in length, and you get a lot of boat for the money you spend. It appeals to a lot of different boaters, not just the big water fishermen that like the depth of the boat. It also appeals to family boaters who also want to take a few extra people along and ski and tube as well. And so we're going to have a lot of these in stock, and we're going to have in several different colors. And I'll show you, to start with, all ours will have what's called the 3D Lund logo decal as well. It's a nicer decal. It stands the boat out better than the standard decal would. And so all ours will have that. Also, all ours will have the custom upgraded bumper trailer option. And for those that don't know, that gives you this diamond plate fender rather than the standard plastic fenders. It gives you nicer wheels. And also the biggest thing is the Lund Armor paint job on the trailer. It's a heavier paint, and it kind of has a rough texture to it. It resembles kind of like a bed liner in a sense, but they call that Lund Armor. And one thing they did change this year is they added a second coat to that, so it's double coated now. And so that's good. It's gonna prevent rock chips and gravel pitting a lot better now than it has before as well. So also gives you the spare tire with that option, and these roller load guides as well. Which is another thing they changed, is they extended these. Last year they were a little bit shorter, so they made a little longer roller guides for the 2017s. And also, of course, like all their trailers, you do get the retractable tie downs, and that's nice because they stay bolted to the frame of the trailer. You're not going to lose them or forget them anywhere. They're always going to be right there for easy access. And another feature here on the starboard side of the back of the boat I'll show you is a 4-step telescoping ladder. It's a nice ladder, and this lid goes over the top of it, so you're not having to step on it, and it's not hanging off the back of the boat, getting tangled up on ropes or anything like that either. And you can see that goes down deep into the water. It's a nice, easy way to get in and out of the boat. All ours in stock too are going to have the 200 horsepower Verado engine. We've had very good luck with this motor. Runs really well, performs well. It's actually max horsepower for this boat, and we really have nothing but good things to say about this motor. And as we get into the boat, so I'll start here at the back of the boat now. You can see in the center, this fixture here is the ski tow Pylon Hardware. They already install that at the factory standard now. And so if you do want the pylon, we just order the pylon itself and it drops right into place. There's no installation to that anymore, which is nice. And then the fixture next to it, of course, is for your pedestal seat. One of these seats in the cockpit will move up there to fish off the back. You can see you have a nice sized casting deck here on the back. And then, like all of our Tyees and the crossovers, you have what's called these jump seats in the back as well. And that's just a nice, comfortable place to seat extra people if you're on the go or got extra people skiing and tubing and whatnot. And there's storage underneath both of those. On this side, you can see the cranking battery does stow away in here, but you still have a lot of room next to it to put whatever else you'd want to store. And then, so that leaves the other side all open for storage, whatever you want to put there. Okay, and then the aft live well is conveniently located here in the center. It's a very large live well. You can put this divider in place there, and you can put bait on one side or a different species on one side if you want to. And of course there's a little light in there as well when you flip your interior lights on, so if you're out at night you can see what you're doing. And just a good sized live well in the aft. This here, you can see you got some storage here in the center too, a cup holder on each side, and then these holes here are cut out for it's a good place to put a landing net to get it off the floor and out of the way. These here are the needle nose pliers, fit really well in there, and so those are handy features there in the back. I've got the tops pitched up in this boat here right now because I wanted to show you what the tops are like. They did change them a little bit, but if I wasn't using the top, it does stow away down here in the floor. So you just lay the top down here and you push this back, and it gets the top up underneath the seats where you're not stepping on it. It's a really nice way to stow away the top when you're not using it. Another option all ours in stock are going to have is called the snap-in carpet. And all that is, it's a vinyl main floor, and the carpet snaps, it removes very easy. It makes for easy cleanup. And now on the starboard side here, you have a nice lockable gunnel storage. It's a pretty big compartment. It goes up in here a ways as well. And that is lockable. On the port side, you have an even bigger one. You could put extra rods in there if you wanted to, or whatever you want to put there. It goes most of the length of the side of the boat. Your main rod box down here in the center holds up to 10 rods and has their own individual tubes, so they're not getting tangled up with one another. And it's really just a nice, convenient way to stow away your rods. Easy to get to. And you'll also see our travel covers down there as well. And all of ours in stock are going to have the travel cover. The travel covers this year and last year are nicer than they used to be, or what some of you might be used to. They don't require the snaps anymore, so you don't have to mess with snaps breaking. They use a clip system that goes down the whole side of the boat, and you also don't have to crawl in here and put poles up for them either. So it's just a lot more convenient to cover, and now with this cover, it's just a lot better deal than they used to be. Now on this top, they used to have two different top options, which we did the standard one in the years past, and this was considered to be the premium top upgrade. Well, for 2017 now, this top is the new standard, so all ours are going to have this exact top. And the things that are better about it is the frame's a little bit better built. It's taller. I'm 6'2", and I've got a lot of room here to stand up straight. So they're taller than they used to be, and also they don't require those thumb screws anymore either. When you put the top up, there's a quick detach for the frame. So everything about the top's it's a little nicer than they have been. It does, the sun top, or the sport top they call it, does two different things. Right now we've got it zipped up basically for the summertime to let all the breeze in. If you are fishing late in the spring, or early in the spring, late in the fall, you can bring this canvas steer down and it snaps right to the center windshield, and then also gives you a walk-through curtain as well. And that's just a piece of canvas that snaps to the bottom of the windshield when you close it, and then there's snaps on the side here, so it keeps all the breeze from keeps it out of the cockpit if you're out in cooler weather. On the passenger side here, you have the same nice sized glove box, and again, that's a lockable compartment. You do have some storage under both consoles here, little cargo netting. And at the driver helm, nothing's changed here much. It does have the tilt steering, of course. Everything is going to have here's all your switches. They're easy to get to. Everything's going to be ran off that master power. Again, when we wire up your depth finders, everything will be ran through that. So as long as you shut that master power off, you don't really have to worry about leaving anything on in the boat to run your battery down. One thing they did change is the brand of stereo system they're using. They went to the Kicker brand, which is a well-known brand, and it looks a little bit better on the dash as well. It does basically the same thing though. You can take your smartphone and Bluetooth right to it, or you can also, you have a USB port here too as well, or an MP3 jack. Now this compartment here in the center, it's really just a step. It's used as a step up to the bow casting deck. But they went ahead and put a latch and a door on it so it's not dead space, and it fits those tackle flannel boxes perfectly. So that's a nice little compartment right by the driver, easy to get to. And then up here in the center, you have a spot for a small cooler. And you can see now it's set up to fish. It's all their casting deck. Now this does slide down, however, so if you do have extra people and you want to seat people up here, there's some leg space, and you can get some people up here and have a little more leg room. They do have an option for bow cushions too, that you can get that snap in place up here, that are removable, of course. And if you do want to make it more of a bow rider. Now on the starboard side here, you have a second live well, a bow live well on the Tyees, and it's a nice size live well for a bow live well. It's also lighted, of course aerated. And then you have another compartment in front of that is all storage. You can put a lot of stuff in there, anchors, life jackets. And then the center compartment here, the skinnier door, is assuming you put a bow mounted electric trolling motor on it, this is where your batteries for those will go. And it's a perfect place to put the trolling motor batteries. It disperses the weight right where you want it. It helps plane the boat out, and it just rides even nicer with them there. And then of course your main storage compartment here on the port side is lockable, and it's just a really big compartment to put whatever you want to stow away in there as well. More storage is on the very front at the tip of the bow. Also a lockable compartment. I think that pretty well sums up the 19 Tyee. If I did miss anything, please feel free to email us or call us. Our phone numbers and emails are on our website, wacondaboats.com. I'm Terry here at Glen Elder, Kansas, and my brother is Travis in Republican City, Nebraska. Call either one of us if you have any questions. Thanks for